Well, here we are at day 20. It has been 3 weeks. This is the third check-in day. On day 6, I actually explained the format for these videos, so if you're just joining us now, go back and look at that, and that kind of lays out what we're going to do. So, without any further ado, let me get right into it. First thing we're going to talk about is my weight and my measurements. So, last week, if you recall, I was in New York. I had to go upstairs into the fitness center and, uh, try to weigh myself there. It was 192.4. Today it was 190.5. That's a loss of 1.9 pounds. So my first week, I lost 1.8. Last week, I lost exactly 2. And this time it's 1.9. So again, we're kind of sitting in a pretty good average. I took video like I normally do of what I currently look like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare it to day 1. This is what I looked like on day 1, and then this is what I looked like on day 6. Okay, and then after day 6, we have last week and today. This is what I look like today. Now, it's hard to see, if there's a whole lot of change there. But this is just kind of the progress that I've made to this date. My measurements are going to go up here in just a little bit. I'm pretty pleased with my progress so far. It's only been 3 weeks into the 100 days, and I'm definitely seeing some positive changes. So the next thing is my ketone levels. So I kind of fell down a little bit. I think I mentioned this in one of my previous videos. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I measured myself just normal. I flew back from JFK on Wednesday, and then somehow Thursday and Friday, poof, completely forgot to measure my ketones. So I'm missing 2 days, and then I have yesterday's and today's measurements. So on Monday, I was at 1.9, which is a little lower than I had been, but no big deal. Tuesday I was at 1.5. Again, still in nutritional ketosis, not a terrible thing. I wasn't really upset about it, but I did notice that I was trending down. And so I did better when I got back, but I just completely spaced taking ketone readings. As of Saturday morning, I was at 2.0, and this morning I was at 2.9. So definitely on track. I'm not really too concerned about my ketone levels. I feel like I'm sitting pretty good. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how my progress is going. But speaking of meals generally, like I said, I kind of fell off on the photo thing, so there's not going to be as many photos. I feel good. My energy levels are good. Overall, I feel like I'm on track. While I definitely had some temptations the last couple of nights that I was in New York, I definitely wanted to go out and get myself a dessert. I didn't, but I wanted to. But I stuck with it, remembering that I'd have to face the music, face the camera specifically if I messed that up. But nope, no cheats, no anything. I'm good to go. So I just finished the book Starting Strength by Mark Rippetoe. I mean, there were a couple of areas that I skipped a little bit because there was a few things I'm not quite doing. I mainly read that book to kind of reinforce the Strong Lifts 5x5 program I'm currently on. And while Mehdi for Strong Lifts 5x5 has a great website and he does a lot of great information, I really like Mark's approach on the mechanics of each of the exercises that I'm doing. But it was a great book. I really enjoyed reading it. It was incredibly informative. And I will tell you that if you're interested in reading Starting Strength, it is very dense. He goes into anatomy, physiology, kinesthetics, how do the muscles move, how do the bones support the musculature. It's very, very dense, but very, very good and informative. And I think Mark does a really good job at just kind of opening your mind to seeing how all of these different pieces fit together and the physics of weightlifting generally. So I highly recommend the book if you're interested in weightlifting at all. It's a fantastic book to start with. It's called Starting Strength, and there's a link to that book in the description below. The book I started last night for the book this week, it's actually called Atomic Habits by James Clear. It is A very interesting book so far. It just kind of talks about identity and habits and how they kind of play off of each other. I just started it. I'm about 15 or 16% into the book. Next week I'll have finished it and I'll let you guys know what I think. Again, also, if you're interested, that book is linked in down below as well. It has been an interesting 20 days. I started this whole thing just knowing that I needed to make a change. I needed to do something that was distinct, that was challenging, but that wasn't stupid hard. So that's why I try to incorporate all these different things that I already knew how to do, but I just wanted to step up my game, so to speak. And I feel like I've done that. I have stepped up my game. I've tweaked a few things. I've worked pretty hard at overcoming some specific personal, you know, demons, so to speak. I've really been pleased with the progress so far. I am 1/5 complete with this goal. While there are 80 days left, I've got 20 days down. So I don't have a specific picture of what I want to look like at the end of 100 days. That was never my plan. I don't want to have a beach body. I don't want to be ripped in 100 days. I don't want to anything like that. I want to establish a plan that could potentially take me forward through life. This 6 days a week of workout, this concept of eating thoughtfully with intention, thinking about my time intentionally, just generally. These are all goals that I have, and what I want is I want those to become behaviors that set a new baseline for me. That's my hope at the end of the 100 days, that I've kind of created for myself a new baseline. Not to climb a mountain, get on the top, look at it, and then falter. It's an idea of making a life change. That's why I'm calling this Larry's Life Challenge, and not just, 100 days to fitness, or 100 days to 30 pounds, or 100 days to whatever. It really is about challenging me to kind of change how I think of myself, and create habits that continue to propel me forward in life. So far, I feel like I'm on track. I'm happy with it, and I want to thank all of you who are following, and I do want to thank those of you who haven't subscribed but are still viewing and are encouraging me. It means a lot, and I love you guys. Thanks for watching.